Let's dance. Dance. Yeah. Dance. Dance. Yeah. Yeah. Dance. Dance. Dance.
No dance.
No dance.
No.
Dance. 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 Dance.
Well, hello, welcome to Pepper Zeka. My name's Andre, and yeah, I just thought I'd make you smile for a start of the video as well, for a change. How are you all doing today? All you wonderful, awesome, fantastic, wonderfully fantabulous people out there. Dylan, absolutely awesome to see you out there. It is absolutely a pleasure. Always wonderful to see you, my friend Lynn. I have given you probably gray hairs and a few more on your chin and chest and bum as well, because I have taken so long today. Thank you so much for all your patience and for sticking around with me. I appreciate it. Welcome to you as well. I hope you are feeling better. Fiona White Zulu, hello, my beautiful, beautiful white lady in waiting. How are you keeping? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't yet, downstairs in the description is a link to White Zulu's YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe. Go and listen to a book. It is actually the most beautiful, entertaining story that you could actually listen to, read by an absolutely wonderful lady, and it is so heartwarming and beautiful. Always reminds me of Out of Africa, the movie Out of Africa. If you enjoyed Out of Africa, you're going to love this. White Zulu Dylan, Hendo, stumbling in. How are you keeping, my friend? I hope you are healing up well, and that the nurses that are looking after you are as good looking as what you hope them to be. Yeah, but stumbling in. Yeah, no, in all seriousness, I really, really hope that you have repaired and healed and are feeling much better. I do know that it doesn't just heal overnight, and 1 week later, I think you are still in pain. But yeah, I really do hope. Nick Miller, how are you? You fantastic, awesome young man. How's it going? Always good to see you as well. And Debbie Morello, awesome lady, how are you? And that fantastic husband of yours, I hope he's getting better and healing up by the day as well. I know he's had a terrible bash to the head, but I hope you are nursing well. I don't even hope, I know you are nursing that man so well. You are two wonderful people. If I ever get sick, I hope it's in your house. No, I'm kidding. I have. And then there is the wifey. My wifey, not the wifey, my wifey. Nice words. Yes, hello, my dearie. Dylan, White Zulu, Nick, Buzzy, Debbie, and that's about it. Hello, Hendo, have you got the link to? Yeah, I have actually used the correct link from the one that you posted. Also something, I'm hoping that the video, you'll see there's actually a little bit of space over here, and there's a little bit of space over there. I have been hectically busy today because I have a presentation to do, and the presentation requires me to actually do a whole presentation on PowerPoint, and then I've got to take that whole PowerPoint and turn it into an MP3 video with me imposed like in the corners and that, like I do with our stuff, and actually narrating and actually speaking about the presentation and giving the whole presentation like that. It's been absolute nightmare. If I can tell you the least, my ass is through. But I needed to get something, and I didn't feel that that camera was actually doing me justice, my webcam. So I eventually spent probably more time than what I should trying to get my phone cam to work. And I don't know what it looks like, but the iCamera. So I've got the iPhone now working as a webcam for me. So it seems not to have me as white and light. There is a light above me over here, which I can put on and off, but I've left it on. I don't have to try and sit in darkness with the screens lighting my things like that. So as I said to my wife, well, I'll have to use my phone as a webcam from now on, so therefore I need to buy a new phone. She was not accommodating to that. But yeah, that's wise. They just won't let you get what you need. I need a new phone because I need to use this one as a webcam. And we can always try. We can always try. We got Hindo, keep dry, but keep dry. Oh, geez, no. Got some coffee. It's a little bit cooler over here today, which is nice. It seems like winter's coming. Winter's coming. But yeah, it seems like winter's coming. Also, it helps when I can actually see myself in the webcam. So I know I often look this way when I'm actually talking to my screen because the webcam's between the two screens. But now I can actually see myself, so I can actually talk to myself a little bit when I'm actually talking to you guys. I can actually look at the screen and then I can see, well, this is a straight screen. It's not woke, it's straight. There's no gender issues. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so hope the screen. So Debbie says the screen clarity is good. Brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get things a little bit better. So I've been meaning to do this, and obviously it ended up like that. Hendo says I'm looking dry. No. What's Hendo say? Don't talk to me. Oh, White Zulu says, don't talk to me about rain. I am sick of it. Oh no, it's got to rain. It's got to rain. It's got to be cloudy. It's got to be thundery. It's got to be overcast. I love the weather. And then we must not have work. I ended up with more work this week. So yeah, that's why I've got to still finish off all my assignments today. Yeah, what do we got there? Rain. Indo says winter is already, yeah. No, I'm still waiting. We're still waiting for winter, yeah. I'm telling you, I cannot wait for winter. I cannot wait for winter at all. I cannot wait for winter. Yeah, Dylan, in keeping my butt in check. Yeah. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Okay, let's not go that way. Picture, okay, yeah, sound is pretty crappy still, I'd say. I need to get a proper mic, but all in good time, This would only be Hendo. Yes, we can see Opa, Beard, and Andre. Yeah, that's unfortunately not what I can do much about. I was looking today and I thought, the little pieces of darkness that was left. Hello, darkness, my old friend. You've gone and left me all again. It's just the grey that keeps on coming through. I look like a very weak chicken stew. The days of Oxtail are all behind us. Yeah. Beard looks less. I've got to actually try and grow it a little bit more, but I've got to try and shape it so that it doesn't look too whoosh, so I can still look neat, but yeah. The pooches, yeah, do you think they'll come up better on this screen now? I'll have Ina bring them around as well. The pooches have been lying with me all day, yeah. And I brought their little tents because, of course, it's starting to get chillos here. And the first thing that gets cold is the floor, the tiles. So they obviously don't want to go anywhere where there's tiles underneath them. We've got to get little booties for them still. So yeah, there we go. Come say hello. Come say hello. Hello. You don't like looking at the screen. I'm going to turn you around. Look there. Look there. Yes. Oh, what'd you say? Agree. Awesome people out there. And that little tongue that just doesn't go in. Little tongue is always out. The snout is a little bit too short. Hello, my baby. Say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone. Oh, you can see yourself on the screen there too. Eh? Yes. Yes. Say hello, everyone. No, she just wants to go into the sleeping position. That is there. Yes. When she gets onto me, that's where she wants to be, in the crook of my elbow. And now she's happy. Is it happy? Is it happiness? Is it very happy? Is it? Oh, okay. But I'm going to have to give you up because we're going to have to fetch your booty. He's going to be very jealous. You can't be on show yourself. Yeah, take her. There we go. Come on, my little long lost pickaninny.
No.
Hello. 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 Look there. Look there. What's there? Oh, jeez. Mr. Personality himself. He has none. He has the same color as my beard though. And he doesn't speak. He's a snob, huh? Are you a snob? Are you a snob? Yes, you're a snob. You think so? No. No kisses. Bad breath. When last did you brush? Who gives you food? We need to put some peppermints in that food. Yes. Look there. Say hello, everyone. Hello, my name's Oz. Ozzy. Oh, my goodness me. Absolute personality of note. Golden personality. This guy's born for Vegas. There, go back to your mom. There we go. And of course, they've shed a whole dog on me by the time I finished with them. There they are. There. Yeah, no, you can actually camo my beard there, you know, you just wonder what's happening over there. Yeah, Mr. Personality looks like he picked up a few pounds. Ina keeps on telling me, don't feed the dogs so much. I just can't feed them a spoon of, in the morning, they're like on a strict diet. In the morning they have like chicken and pellets, and in the evening they just have a spoonful of pellets. Literally, I put a tablespoon into their pellets and give them a tablespoon each, and then I feel sorry and put a little bit of a half a spoon additional with it. But otherwise, they have these little cans, and you half one. It looks like a tuna can. Half of that sort of a little bit of sort of a chicken dog mix. And one day when I'm poor, when I'm poorer, let's put it that way. But one day when I can't afford to buy food anymore, I'll buy those little dog tins and probably eat them because it doesn't look too bad. So I'm sort of like checking out the pet food. Yeah, you know what? As I see the pet food, I see what I would be able to and what I wouldn't be able to eat when I can't afford food anymore. Oxtail. Colin loves oxtail. It's nice and hearty for our odd weather. Yes, it is absolutely a stunner. The only thing is, my brother and I were saying the other day, oxtail, how expensive has oxtail got? Have you ever gone to the store lately and taken a look just for the ass of a cow? That's not even the ass, it's just there to make sure the ass is clean. You pay an arm and a leg. VIP lifestyle, yeah, that's it, VIP lifestyle. They do not like to be bothered. They do not like their private life to be bothered at all. Quick one. Whoa. Let's take a look at that. Whoops, put me on the other side. You can see yourselves. Reality of life. Life is really nothing without love and care. Give it to everyone, but don't expect it back because it's a feel, not a deal. You know, we were talking the other day, and we were talking about how conditional life is, and how much we put conditions to everything. Condition to love, condition to doing something for everybody. Yeah. So dog food will keep you fat. Well, Dylan, you're saying that I'm busy eating dog food because I really can't lose anything with human food either. Yeah, it's going to keep me choppy and chops, because just look at my two dogs. If I eat what they eat, I'll probably I'll keep looking the way I do. White Zulu says, it used to be impossible to buy it from any butcher or supermarket when I first got here because of the BMO, because mad cow disease. Yeah. But now they don't care. Everybody's mad anyway, so it doesn't affect you. Mad Max brand dog food. Thank you. Debbie says, I ordered, let's get it up there. I ordered from a vet in Krugersdorp, was half price compared to other places. Well, you ordered from oxtail from a vet? Debbie, as long as it's not donkey tail you got or something like that. As long as it was oxtail. We've got to put this ox down. Yeah, save the tails. I sell them from the surgery. No, I'm kidding, Debbie. I'm sure it was from the farm or whatever. All prices just higher. The cancer's gouting the wallet. Yeah. No, you don't have to tell me about that. I can see it. I bought groceries the other day in SA. Well, not when I was there. I've actually purchased groceries not so long ago. And yeah, it's absolutely mad at what you've got to pay for them food over there. Give without expecting. Yeah, that's what we need to do. It's a feeling, not a dealing. Yogurt. There, can't you see it says liquid yogurt, drinking yogurt. Yeah, life is what happens. I love that one, Nick. I love that one. Life is what happens if you've made other plans. Definitely so. Debbie says, sorry, no pet food. Yeah, I don't want to know what else went in with that. You know, I've heard of what they do with polony and dog's meat and stuff like that. So, you know, that nice sauce that you got with that oxtail that you got from the vet? I wonder what went into that nice sauce. No, I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. I'm not putting you off oxtail. What's White Zulu say? So true, Nick. Every time I need a haircut, I go and break a leg or a hip or something like that. Well, I don't have an excuse and look at my hair. I've got to actually go and have a haircut very, very soon. Inas can just about turn me down. And yeah, Hinda says, horsetail and toikies. Oh, Debbie, you are really just getting it now from all sides. Nick says, ever had pigtails? No, the closest I came to pigtails is what my wife put on the girls one day. She just tied one side to the one. And I had pigtails once when I went to the Netherlands football match in 2010. And then my cousin put my hair into pigtails. That's the closest I've got to pigtails. No, but I know what you're talking about. You're talking about eating pigtails. Now, I know a lot of people eat sheep tails, scalp sterkies, but it's you know what? Why eat such a fatty, bony thing that's, you know, I don't like that many bones and it's just all fat. It's like you are going to probably want to shoot me, but it's like scalp ribiki. You know what? I do not give you a thank you for that, because it's just a bunch of bones and fat all over the place. I've now learned to eat scalp chops here, lamb chops, because Sam's makes a very, very nice lamb chop and doesn't have very much fat, and Ina makes it nice so it's not all greasy, but yeah. White Zulu says, near Henda, only froggies eat horse. That's what a lot of restaurants in South Africa thought as well, until they found out somebody was selling horse meat. But she says she meant the dog food, not dog style. If you say so, looks like Amasi is in the bottle you're drinking from. Yeah, no, it's Chinese and Mossy. No, it's none. But I actually opened it by accident. I wanted my coffee. I got a long night tonight. Long night tonight. Long night. Anyway, let's put another one for the screens. Imagine you're busy having your Facebook time and scrolling down your Facebook, busy trailing somebody, and this happens. That should work better than laxatives for you. That should work better than laxatives. It should just let it all come out straight. That he didn't have a brown line from the throne to the bath is also another thing. Let's Debbie say, salami has horse and donkey in it too. No thanks. Shh, Debbie, we don't talk about things like that we eat. Buzzy says, oxtail is very fatty. Yes, I don't know why I enjoy it, because it comes out like a stew. But yeah, change your bathroom mats. Jeez, I think I'd change a lot more than bathroom mats if that happened to me. Bear with me. Anyway, before I hit the news section, I figured, you know what, I never get to this because we're always yakking around on all kinds of things and that. But I'd like to tell you what I am watching at the moment. So first of all, Slow Horses. There's actually 5 seasons of it. At the moment, I've watched 4 seasons, and there's about 3 or 4 episodes of the 5th season. So I am not watching it until I can actually gather some more on it. Slow Horses. Gary Oldman, brilliant. It is an absolute brilliant series to watch. Currently, it's on Apple TV, but I know that you can obtain it wherever you obtain it, but it is really excellent. Gary Oldman does a brilliant job. It's good. I wouldn't say massively action, but it keeps you riveted, and it also moves. I like a story that actually moves and keeps me intrigued, because, you know, it doesn't waste time with somebody talking about their cat and the wine and the car that's going to, you know, there are no fillers. Everything is actually involved, and it's really espionage, crime, and intrigue. Really good. Excellent. Gary Oldman, Kirsten Thomas Stewart as well, and Jack Lowden. Very good. Slow Horses is actually a name for the place where FBI or MI5 agents are put that have either made a mistake or that they don't want around at the MI5 anymore. And the place is actually called Slow House, which is actually spelled SLOUGH, Slow House. And Gary Oldman's like sort of the top guy in Slow House. But then these people, and they usually end up, you know what, throughout each series sort of does end itself. So you know what, you don't get cliffhung with the next series, cliffhung for the next series. Your series does finish itself, or your season, let me put it that way. But really very good, well acted, light bit of humor, which I do enjoy because I'm not a comedy person. But I do enjoy the lightness that comes in there every now and again. So you know what, when you're feeling too serious, then suddenly just something comes in, and it actually just works. It really works. Really good. Then the other one that I've just finished with Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, and Helen Mirren, Mobland. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If you like it where you root for the bad guys, if you've ever enjoyed Ray Donovan, you'll very much enjoy that, where old Tom Hardy is almost like a fixer for the mob, and old Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren, they are husband and wife, and then they sort of like top dogs of the Irish mob. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you any more. I really think it's on Paramount at the moment, but I don't know. I think it might be on Netflix as well. I'm not too sure, but you can really do yourself a favor and give that a watch. It's only 1 season out. It does finish off, and so you're not sort of like left at the end of the season waiting for another one for it to actually start over again. So really good in that sense. These two I can highly recommend, Slow Horses and Mobland. Currently, I'll talk to you about the old man later because we're still finishing our season 2 on that. The other one that I'm diligently watching currently is Tulsa King. It's actually murder, absolute murder, having to wait for a episode at a time to come out. So every day we wait, or every week I've got to wait for one episode. One episode absolutely is a killer. What's White Zulu say? Yes, sheep's tail. The whole family used to fight over the roast leg of lamb, crispy, fatty, and full of flavor. Yeah. I don't know why people fight over the arse end of things. Chicken, Pope's nose. This is the ass that everyone fights for. I don't know. It's one way of what you say, making an ass of yourself. But yeah. White Zulu says we used to have a slice of bologna as a treat when we were kids and Mum went to the butcher. Yeah, because it was the cheap stuff the butcher could give away. He wouldn't give away his prize beef or biltong. No, he'll give you cheap bologna. I'm kidding. Yeah, when times were tough, and this is when times were tough for us in South Africa, the sort of like meat in the house would be this little roll of bologna, which I know people go, do you know what goes in there? Yes, number one, I don't want to think of it. And number two, do you know what the price of bologna is these days? Yes, I do. It's absolutely ridiculous as well. Let's try and get my hair not looking so, I don't know. I did shower today. I need a haircut. That's all I can say. I need a haircut. Havoc on Netflix is brilliant, by the way, Debbie. Loved Havoc. I think we did speak about Havoc as well. Not Mobland. It's a pity. Mobland's really, really good. Slow Horses is on Apple TV at the moment. Unless you have an alternative route of finding your series. But Slow Horses, Gary Oldman does an absolute phenomenal job. And Mobland, as I say, Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, definitely. Who said something? White Zulu, Slow Winds is a brilliant movie on Netflix. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Something I want to take a look at this week is a movie on Netflix called Carmelo, Carmello, about a dog. It's apparently hit to the number 1 of Netflix. Just took Demon Slayer off the top, and my brother watched it and he said it was actually really good. Thanks, Dylan. The little bit of it that's left, I don't know why my forehead seems to be getting bigger. Buzzy, want some dry biltong? Oof. You know what? I cannot tell you when last I actually put my mouth onto a steak because of the damn things hurt my teeth. And they're getting so old. So you know what? For me, mashed potato is much better than steak at the moment. Debbie says it's on Apple TV and Prime. Otherwise, High Seas. Okay, Lowlands. Mobland, no. Fiona, Debbie says not. Just Havoc is on. What's your name? I'm not sure. But anyway, talking about food and takeaways. How's about this, guys? What happens when you order one takeaway too many?
Yeah, let me get a 3-piece with the extra crispy and 2 biscuits on the side.
You got it. Would you like a drink?
I took the floor.
Ma'am, you okay?
I fell through the floor.
Yeah, sometimes we need to read the signs. Now, I don't know if she sued them for falling through the floor or if they sued her for breaking their floor. It all depends, but yeah. I sometimes worry. After I saw that, I worried to myself, you know what, maybe I should have it delivered and not go there just in case I fall through the floor when that happens. But I must say that talking about nice things, I have been climbing the stairs at work consistently because I do feel I need a little bit more exercise. We're on the 4th floor. I do know, however, automatically when I hit the 3rd floor, because that's when I'm wheezing and checking on the walls to see if there isn't a first aid kit with a defibrillator in it. But otherwise, no. Anna Marie, how are you? It is wonderful to see you. I've just been talking nonsense because I have not put too much into the show to what I should be doing. Debbie says, we're showing our age, Andreas. That was me yesterday. Sadly, no steak at Spur, only potato. Flipping, it's just when Buzzy said dry biltong, I thought, yes, that's so nice. You know what happens? You end up sucking it. What are you doing? I'm eating biltong. What? Yeah. What are you doing with the biltong? No, I suck it and I spit it out. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I've been doing a good load of walking around. And when I went to teaching this weekend, I caught the taxi there. The taxi is so expensive. I actually caught the metro back. And I realized that the taxi is literally 10 times more expensive than the metro. And our metros are so clean and neat. And I had to just walk another 500-600 meters to get home. So, of course, metro is going to be something that I'm going to be using more and more. I learned to actually use an app, and you guys can get this as well. It's called A-Maps. And you know what? Bus, metro, walking, cycling, car, whatever. It really, really gives you great directions, and it is really, really good. And it's called A-Maps, A-M-A-P-S, A-Maps. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. Debbie says oxygen would be what I'm looking for if I climb stairs. I've learned to breathe through many more orifices. Yeah. White Zulu says, oh no, Debbie, you should start walking around the block just to get a little bit more fit, walking exercise and not too hectic. I walk around the block every day, Fiona, and when I'm finished, I kick it under my bed again. Yeah, Didi, sorry, I was talking about Didi, is an Uber, yeah. It's like an Uber taxi. It's just not as expensive as Uber. Uber's like really, really expensive. But yeah. Hendo says, A-Maps. Does A-Maps not work in Afghanistan? A-Maps only works in China, not in Wakanda, and Samul forever. A-Maps is brilliant. A-Maps really brilliant. What we telling? Never. We just need an increase, not to afford anything. Yeah. And I've started using the metros. Metros are very clean, very safe, and so nice, actually. So you know what? I've always avoided. We avoid what we don't know. So, you know what, I have avoided it because I don't know how to get from here to there, or I don't know go from here to there, and I just don't want it, so I ended up paying the price for it. And when I realized, you know what, I can walk out, go down the metro, chuck up A-Maps, say it tells you get on here, change there to line, and change that line there, and bam, you're home. Almost faster than what it goes in a vehicle, because A, you don't wait for that so long, and B, there's no stopping along the roads other than stations, obviously. And Hendo says only works in China. I thought A-Maps was all over the world. I think because I thought A-Maps was brought out because of Apple Maps. Apple Maps also pretty good, except they're not as clear in the instruction as A-Maps. They are, but they sort of, they put your get off at where you're going to get on, and then it's like, don't forget you're going to get off here. And I'm like, no, I want to get on here. But A-Maps was brought out to actually put like Apple Maps on Android. Anna Marie, didn't know the metro was still a thing. Have not seen train or bus in years. Very much so in China. All your big cities have stunning metros. I must actually film a ride on the metro sometime and actually show you, because the metros are so beautiful, so clean, so safe. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, if my wife goes into town and she takes a metro, it's without a problem. I'm not even worried about it at all. Sorry, my desk shakes, and that's why the camera shakes as well. I'm nervous. But yeah, no, the metros here, I prefer not to take them at rush hour because you can get really, really full. But as I say, the metro, very clean, very neat, very safe, well lit. Some of the places actually look really beautiful. It's almost like a display place, but yeah. Diddy's busy with his lotion oiling up Baba Lynn. What? Endo? If it's Didi, it's D-I-D-I, or D-I, yeah, Didi is D-I-D-I, which actually means, I think, big or little, big brother, I think it means. Is busy with his lotion oiling up Baba. And I don't know if it's toilet thoughts you got there or what, but anyway. But let's do some news. Don't forget to always subscribe. Look at these guys. Take care of yourselves. Let's.
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, anyone will find them.
Yep, that's the Awesome 8 team. I've really got to get Byron in there as well sometime. And who's the other one that I said? Geez, what so many? But definitely Morningshot. I've got to try and pull him in sometime. As soon as I can get time just for my ass, I'll probably try and change the tune and the intro. But for now, those are the guys you listen to. Those are the guys with the news and the analysis, the actual facts and the actual checking, and they give you up-to-the-date news. Chris Wyatt, Renaldo Gouws, Joe Emilio, don't forget Morningshot, Byron, he's also pretty good. And there's another one as well. What Sendo say? Just avoid long Palestinian Bergenham. What is that? Are you talking about metros? No, metros are really, really good, yeah. I do not comment on other metros because of the fact that I do not... Oops. Something on my camera. I do not comment on it for the simple reason I don't have skin in the game. I've never been on a US metro. I've never been on a UK metro. So, but what I will do is, I don't know if I'll get it done this week. This week is packed, but I'll try and do a metro trip and actually just do a video shot so you can actually see what the stations look like, and they all look clean, spanking clean. You can't fall onto the line because they have glass walls between the lines and the trains. So when the trains come, a set of doors opens on the platform and a set of doors opens on the train. So you can't get knocked onto the lines or something like that because the line is separated like that. Everything is clean. You're not allowed to throw rubbish around. You're not allowed to eat or drink on the metro at all. It's air conditioned. The announcements, strangely enough, are in English and Chinese. So, yeah, quite good there. I haven't tried buses yet because I'm not too sure where they're going, where they stop. They look okay, and they're all over the place, but I haven't tried them yet as such. Hinda says plenty of other big cities now. London, Londonistan. Yeah, 1 year, I think I used to look good sometimes. I actually got a I don't do Facebook very much at all because I just think it's a show that everyone just trolls you on, and I was actually, funnily enough, on the place where you look at Facebook when you don't know what else to do and you just need to pass the time, and you're passing a little bit more than time. But I came across a 4-year memory, and it was, I think, a year after we came, or 4 or 5 year memory, 2 years after we came to Cambodia, went to Cambodia. We went to a place by the sea called Kep. And then like photos of Ina and I had my like John Lennon glasses and everything. And I thought, yes, like look at those kids over there. And I said, no, that was you. That was you. Yeah. Yeah, years age, they agree. Hendo says what? Most famous SA blogger Kurt Kaz was yesterday in Londonistan. Okay, there's a link if you want to see Kurt Kaz. Yeah, Margaret Thatcher was a good person. We had some good things there. But yeah, let's take a look, see here quickly. So, mystery of secret cargo on Russian plane at Uppington solved. So, South African mercenaries and military equipment in the African conflicts. The mystery cargo, a Russian aircraft, recently landed at Uppington Airport in South Africa carrying mysterious cargo that turned out to be military equipment. The cargo included at least 2 Gazelle helicopters and other equipment that had been used by South African mercenaries in Somalia, but was returned after their mission failed, apparently. Helicopter smuggling operations. South African authorities discovered that at least 5 more Gazelle helicopters were secretly exported through Kenya, supposedly going to Jordan, but actually ending up in Libya 2 weeks later. These helicopters appeared in a military parade with their South African registration numbers covered by Libyan flag stickers. That was what went out. The Sudan connection. The helicopters are believed to be part of a large operation to supply weapons to military forces fighting in Sudan's civil war. South African pilots and crew members are reportedly earning up to $347,000 per month to fly weapons and ammunitions to these forces. The International Mercenary Network. The investigation has revealed a complex network involving mercenaries from different countries, including Colombians and South Africans, who are being recruited to fight in Sudan's conflict. Many of these mercenaries were reportedly told they would be guarding oil facilities, but ended up fighting on the front lines of a dangerous war. Legal issues. South African customs officials initially held the returned equipment because the paperwork was not properly completed, and there were questions about the declared value of the helicopters. The situations highlight concerns about South African military equipment being used in foreign conflicts without proper oversight. So yeah, I've tried to summarize. What I've tried to do is actually take a look at these articles instead of trying to read from these articles if you want to go into deeper ones. But yeah, I know there's people who said, they're saying that no, what came on that plane to Uppington was helicopters that were used for a Red Cross. They were hired by the Red Cross, and their contract came to an end. But then we found out afterwards, as I spoke about and reported last week, that there were illegal helicopters being flown out. They would be brought in and jacked up by a private company and put out again, and illegally so, because it was French and British helicopters which were decommissioned and weren't supposed to be militarized as such. So yeah, let's take a look-see at that. Then, runners disappointed after the Western Cape Marathon, or Cape Town Marathon, was cancelled. They were all standing there ready to run, all mad as shit. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, they were absolutely madly. So the Cape Town Marathon was cancelled due to severe weather. The 2024 Sanlam Cape Town Marathon was cancelled at the last minute on Sunday morning due to dangerous winds conditions that threatened runner safety. So basically what happened is race organizers made a difficult decision to cancel the 42.2 kilometer marathon at 4:45 a.m. on race day after severe overnight winds damaged infrastructure along the route. Despite receiving notifications at 5 a.m., hundreds of the expected 24,000 runners still showed up at Greenpoint, hoping the race might continue. So what was the impact on runners? Many athletes were deeply disappointed by the cancellation, especially international competitors who had traveled from countries like Zimbabwe, Malawi, Zambia, and Ghana. These runners faced significant financial losses from flights, hotels, and food costs that would not be refunded. From a different perspective, some runners understood the safety concerns, while others questioned whether the race could have been delayed or modified instead of completely cancelled. Several participants suggested that the organizers should have better contingency plans for severe weather conditions. So looking forward, the cancellation creates challenges for Cape Town's bid to become a World Abbott major marathon race. However, the 2026 Cape Town Marathon has been rescheduled for May the 24th, giving organizers time to develop better weather contingency plans. So yeah, that's what happened on the morning of the race. And yeah, if you were just coming from your house in Cape Town, and it was bad, you could just stop over at McDonald's or go to Spur for breakfast afterwards. But if you'd flown in, because it was a 42.2 kilometer race, it was a qualification for comrades and of the other races. Yeah, and I did see some wins. What 100% should have done better, as PE had 45 kilometer wins and was still continued. Oh, wow. Didn't know there was a race there as well. Or did the Cape Town guys get just blown to PE? No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So last minute. So yes, it is probably bad on the fact that they didn't have proper contingencies plan, that they didn't try and move it or reschedule it or something to that effect. Maybe, you know what, because of international and that you could possibly move it to the next day and see what goes on, because everything was in place. It's not like, oh, well, next week we'll cancel it. It was like on the morning of the race. The one video I saw, everyone's standing there. Well, there you can see the photos. It's everyone like, we're ready to go. And it's like, sorry, we're not going to go anymore. That is not cool at all. So, next, a duif van Rosestad, Bloemfontein, known as the Rose City of Roses, sold for 550,000 Rand on a auction. Probably one of the most expensive Free State doves ever. 550,000 Rand for a dove. I think I am in the wrong business, because I'm currently looking at going into the stock market just to be able to buffer things a bit. So I've looked at small apps, and some of the guys at school have shown me apps where they've made a little bit of money and things like that. So I'm like, I'm going to try and just put some money onto the stock market and see if I can actually grow something. But you know what, just in companies that I know are going to grow, you know, I'm not going to try and make money overnight on this quick winner and that quick winner. You know, Coca-Cola will grow. McDonald's should be growing. Amazon should grow. You know, the companies that usually grow. Gold is something that somebody said the other day. It was, what's the guy from Truth Report? He said, you know, gold is what you look at, and the government can't get your hands on it. What's it? Debbie says, and someone shot it and made pigeon pie, then what? Sky rat. Yeah. No, geez, my hair is bothering me that I look like an absolute sort of lean-to. But yeah, imagine that if somebody shot your 550,000. I don't know. That's over 500,000. 500,000 Rand for a dove. A dove. I ask you with tears in my eyes. Anyway, inside KwaZulu-Natal's 672 million Rand transport tender corruption scheme. KwaZulu-Natal Transport Department corruption scandal. What happened? A major corruption scandal has been uncovered in the KwaZulu-Natal Transport Department involving 672 million Rand in public money. Senior government officials are accused of breaking financial rules and stealing taxpayer funds that should have been used for public services. The main problems: illegal contract awards. The department awarded a 672 million Rand public transport contract, even though the bid had expired and the chief financial officer warned against it. Only one company submitted a bid, but officials claimed they received 4 bids, showing clear dishonesty in the process once again. Unauthorized extra payments. Officials approved 146 million Rand in extra payments to contractors without proper permission. These payments broke government rules that limited extra costs to 15% of the original. So somewhere along the line, there's a little backseat bribe coming in the long line there again as well. So corruption scheme, insiders revealed that senior officials demanded 5% fees from contractors before approving their work. This money went directly into officials' pockets instead of helping the public. Who is responsible? So let's take a look. The main person blamed is Siboniso Mbele, the head of the transport department. So, you know what? Our transport is shot to shit, but he's busy pocketing millions. Yeah. Despite warnings from financial officers, he continued to approve illegal spending and contracts. Government's response, Premier Tamasanqa Ntuli took immediate action by suspending Mbele from his job, calling in the Special Investigations Unit to investigate, stopping all payments to companies involved in the scandal, and requiring all future payments to be personally approved by the acting department head. Why does this matter? I think we all know that. The scandal shows corruption hurts ordinary citizens. It's an outcry. It really is an absolute outcry, because why are we having to deal with suspended people? First of all, we're paying salaries of people who are not doing their jobs. And it's not just a worker. It is somebody who is earning millions, rackloads of money, and the taxpayers are busy footing the bill for these damn people, and they're just being suspended. Money is being paid for investigations, which we know is a load of hogwash, because there's the truth spilt out on the table, and still investigations, suspensions, and they suspended with full pay and everything to that effect as well. And we're paying for it. Where and how ridiculous does that come by? And then, of course, we are doing more investigations and finding and police work and crime and corruption uprooting within our own damn government. Police, did I just disappear there now? Sorry, did I just disappear? I do apologize. Might be the link on the camera or something like that. But yeah, we are so busy policing our government that we cannot look after our own damn country. Ridiculous. Anyway, something to calm you down. Remember to follow your heart, but please take your brain with you. So many people are following their hearts, and their brains are stuck in there, something that gives off farts. Yeah. Let me go to chats, because I haven't been on the chat. I've actually been looking through some words here. White Zulu says, my boys used to shoot pigeons. I made lovely casseroles out of them with plenty of bacon, garlic, rosemary, red wine, and they were absolutely delicious. Well, just watch what you shoot. You might be shooting a R500,000 rand pigeon. Thanks, Debbie. Where are the auditing companies in this? Where are they? And of course, passing that kind of 672 million, I mean, surely there should be more than one check going through. It's not just like one person on the sideline. There's a lot more people that know it. Hello, Alts. How are you? Didn't even see you there as well. Always welcome. Thank you. You've come into my rant. Hello. And then hopefully the birds had no rings on their feet, or those prize flying birds. Yeah, what did you do with the rings? You melted it down for jewelry, Fiona. Yes. Sorry, yeah, it all just went whoop for a moment there, and I think the camera connects to the PC wirelessly, so there's no wire. I'm going high-tech here in China, so I think it lost it there for a moment or so. And I have seen unqualified, let's go there. I have seen unqualified audits on some of our biggest SOEs for 5 years, and nothing was done about it. That's the problem. That is such a problem. Yes, so first blue, white eyes. Sorry. I hope you didn't miss too much. You did, Pepper Zeka. Sorry. Thank you. What country failed state? And then our whistleblowers get killed. Yeah. Once again, follow your heart, but take your brain with you. I mean, there's ways of making money and there's ways of impoverishing your whole country. So let's put it this way. Hey, CB, how's it going? Always good to see you. Let's put it this way. You've got to think about things. You've got to take your brain with you. I mean, I'm busy with my Bible readings at the moment, and at the moment it is like not to worry, because I'm trying to do things not to worry, because I overthink and I stress like you will not believe. And it is all about, excuse me, it is all about actually thinking about the future, but not worrying about it. So basically what he's saying is, don't be stupid and not provide for your future and go and spend all your money today, because tomorrow will be taken care of. But you've got to live in today and enjoy today and appreciate today and do what needs to be done today, because tomorrow will be another day to be taken care of. The past is nothing that you can do about it. Learn from it, but don't dwell in it. The future, do not fear it, but enjoy the day. We are so busy fearing and prepping and doing all kinds of things for the future. And then, you know what? And this is why I say, you screaming all kinds of things left, right, and center. Take your brain with you. And there are so many people in this world right now at this very time and moment who have no idea where their brains are. They just got to go and put their heads down between their legs and look for their brains. Yeah, okay. Enough said. So, the drink that Americans won't give up without a fight. Coffos, people, will you give up your coffee? What's this one say? What's the new? Henda says about Mr. My Gold filling and sell it then would probably fetch a bigger price than Saab car. Hopefully just hang on to that gold filling. That's your investment. Would you give up your coffee? Would you give up your coffee? Why would you give up your coffee? Let's take a look what we've got to say on coffee. Coffee and heart and health. What science tells us at the moment? The main discovery, scientists have found that coffee might actually be good for your heart. This isn't just about staying awake during class. Drinking coffee could help protect your cardiovascular system and keep you healthier as you grow up. No wonder I can't damn die. But anyway, what the research shows, researchers gave people different amounts of coffee with varying levels of chlorogenic acid, which is one of the things in coffee. They measured how well blood vessels could expand and contract, which shows how healthy they are. Both types of coffee improve blood vessel functions, with a higher dose working even better. So keep those arteries open, bypass free. Yeah, animal studies in mice that were prone to heart disease, scientists found that chlorogenic acid worked almost as well as prescription heart medications. The compound reduced dangerous plaque buildup in arteries by about half. Imagine traffic on a busy highway suddenly flowing smoothly again, just due to that cup of Java that you've got out there. How it works in your body. One, it reduces inflammation. It lowers harmful chemicals that cause swelling and damage. It prevents dangerous cell formation, and it stops immune cells from becoming destructive foam cells that damage arteries. No wonder we didn't get COVID. No, you just drank coffee. No, I'm kidding. Helps remove cholesterol. It assists in flushing bad cholesterol out of blood vessels. The right amount and timing. The best results come from drinking about 3 to 4 cups of coffee per day, which provides about 300 milligrams of chlorogenic acid. More importantly, timing matters. Drinking coffee in the morning between 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. appears to be much more beneficial than drinking it later in the day. So the bottom line is your morning coffee habit might be doing you more than just waking you up. It could be protecting your heart for years to come. The key is drinking at the right time in the reasonable amounts, making it a healthy part of your daily routine rather than just your caffeine fix. So yes, I am being healthy. Maybe not at the right time. How would you feel if coffee disappeared? 87 people said, I'd simply turn to dust. 199 said, I'd be completely fine. 66 said, I'd have to find an alternate source of awake. 26 said, I'm already team energy drink. And 129 said, I'm already team tea. I don't know. I think energy drinks are about worse than coffee. Definitely worse than coffee. So yeah, your coffee is actually good for you. Let's see what you guys said. Gold. Okay, we were busy talking about gold still here. Already 80,000 Rand an ounce. Need a couple of ounces of gold. Get physical silver, billion more upside room over the next 5 years. Hendo's given us some tips and pointers for the gold, for buying on the market. Dick, my gold filling out, says White Zulu. No, keep it there. It's an investment. It's a new way in Afrikaans say, hou jou mond. Hold your investment. Hinda says gold is heading over $6,000 an ounce over the next 2 years. So that's a good reason to actually go and invest in it because it is going up. Buzzy says, I won't give up my coffee. I love it. I just had some black coffee. I love black coffee as well. No milk, no sugar. Boost! Just not that funny raccoon poop. Civet coffee. Yeah, I saw it in Cambodia and I also saw the civet that does it. And I don't know why people will, and it's very expensive as well. You pay for shit, literally. Civet shit. And you call it coffee. Costa Coffee, Henda says, Costa Coffee and Starbucks is not coffee. Yep. Well, you can try Luckin Coffee then, because Luckin Coffee is a big thing. It's the biggest competitor for Starbucks in China, and I think they've opened in New York a couple of branches in the US now as well. Lukin, Luckin Coffee, cheaper, and I actually enjoy it very, very much too. If I go to training, just before I get to the training center, in the hotel or the building block where it is, there's a Luckin Coffee in the entrance, and I have an app on my phone, so about 5 minutes before I get there, I order my coffee, boom, and then I get my little order number so that when I actually walk in, I just go and pick up my coffee and carry on upstairs again. Real royal ass. What's Debbie say? Add MCT oil to coffee. They call it bullet coffee, even better for you. MCT oil, I must try that. A couple of little, is it hemp leaves? No, I don't know. What says, apparently rich people pay a fortune for coffee that has been pooped out by some sort of wildcat. Yeah, it's called a civet. And they pay a lot of money for that. I don't know why. Just been through a digestive system and some bodily fluids added to it. Buzzy says, I used to have my own coffee shop. That is so cool. Can just see you. Buzzy the barrister. Energy drinks is poison. Yeah, it chucks your heart up there. I agree with you 100%, Henda. And every now and again, I have this inkling to pull one again, and I've got to convince myself that it is not. Heard of that Cynthia coffee, China coffee brand? Yeah. Luckin. Luckin is the China coffee brand. Definitely a difference here. Who's here? Private. Welcome, Private. Great to have you with us as well, where we talk shit for 1 hour on a Sunday afternoon. We just chat. We don't talk nonsense. We just lift our opinions. Definitely a difference between rock pigeons, street pigeons, and racing pigeons. Not when you've had coffee. Who did someone say, what's it? Clip drift coffee, soak drift. No, Hendo. You take coffee and you make it Irish. You just add a little bit of Irish to it. Oh. Yeah, if I were a rich man. Yeah. What else we got? The dentist. You hate the dentist. 8 things that the dentist doesn't like. Let's get there quickly. Oh, the dentist do not like. Dental office etiquette. What not to do at your next appointment. These things dentists do not like. It basically common mistakes that patients make during dental visits that can disrupt the care and appointment. Less effective. Dentists share the habits they wish patients would stop doing to make their visits smoother for everybody. Key problems patients create. Dishonesty about oral hygiene is the biggest issue that dentists face. Many patients lie about how often they brush and floss. No, I do it 3 times a day, but there's a freaking hole there. I don't know how the hole got there. I floss, I brush, I use the toilet brush to make sure that it's all there. But dentists can tell the truth by looking at their gums. Being honest helps dentists provide better care. Geez, these dentists can moan. Just fix the teeth, damn it. But then there's poor scheduling. So behavior causes major disruptions. This includes showing up late, skipping appointments without notice, or suddenly, how many people walk in? Hi, can I have an appointment now? Yes, it's not a hair salon, it's a dentist. But yeah, and then dental offices run on precise schedules, and these actions affect other patient cares. So during treatment, there's also communication problems. I don't catch this one. That make work difficult. Patients shouldn't try to talk while dentists are working on their mouths, or take phone calls during the appointments. Now, if they don't want the patient to talk to them, they shouldn't talk to the patient. You know, the dentist will be, got his mouth and he's got 2 hands in there and a couple of bit of equipment, and eventually he goes, so how is this? Had a good day? And shut up then. Don't give me a reason to talk. But yeah, they end up taking phone calls during the dentist appointment. So they say instead patients should just use hand signals. I find it very difficult to get up and do this in the dentist chair. But yeah, give a thumbs up when they need a break. Simple solutions is patients should arrive on time, be honest about their habits, keep phones silent, and treat the dental office like a professional medical environment. Keeping your shoes on and avoiding negative comments, something dentists have complained about. People treat it like their living room. They go and lie down and kick their shoes off. Set it a little bit further back there, and could you tune the TV for me, please, Harry? And then also, they don't like the way people say they hate dentists because they say it scares everyone from dentists and gives them a bad stigma. I think I'm one of those stigmas. But anyway, what happens is they tell dentists they're afraid of dentists. And so in the end, people have a stigma about them. They say they should rather say, what about the process, or which part of the process that makes you feel uncomfortable? So the negative comes make a bad atmosphere and make it really uncomfortable for dentists. So yeah. Oh, then there was the poll. So we just need to double check. Have you ever taken your shoes off at the dentist? 49 said yes. 400 said no. 6 said no, but I know someone who has done it before. 9 said, I'm a dentist, I've seen it happen. And 10 said, I'm a dentist, I've never seen it happen. So, yeah. Yeah, well, no, fine. Let's just take a quick look at what's cutting on Dutch chat. Hinder linked Brakpan videos, Copland Classic. Clip Drift Coffee, Soap Drift, ask for a bloody discount at the dentist. Yes. I'm afraid to, just now he takes a shortcut. Yeah, Buzzy, heart palpitations from energy drinks. It's because they spike you. High caffeine, high sugar. Coffee gives me diarrhea. That's why I drink coffee, to just keep me a little bit regular at times. Yeah, Debbie, common courtesy about appointments, but people just don't care about it sometimes these days. Dylan, then they, beautiful one, then they shouldn't pull teeth. Buzzy says, I can't relax in a dentist chair. Well, look, I have actually overdone my stay with you guys at the moment, but I want to leave you with a last question. And it's probably going to cause a couple of minutes chat. What would you do if this sign popped up at your workplace? Now, I'm not saying it shouldn't happen, but what I'm saying is, why does it happen? Due to religious reasons or religion reasons, this microwave is for halal food only. Why? Well, obviously, because you can't mix meat and things and other foods and stuff like that. But my one question is, why are you allowed to bring religion into the workplace? Why are you allowed to bring religion into the workplace? Because we're not allowed to bring it into the workplace. So maybe we'll continue with this next week, because I'm already 10 minutes over what I should be. Let's leave you with the last saying, which I really hope people pay attention to. When you're dead, you don't know you're dead. The pain is felt by others. The same thing happens when you're stupid. When you're dead, you don't know you're dead. The pain is felt by others. The same happens when you're stupid. Yeah, and I agree. You know what? Religion shouldn't be in the workplace. Do it in the microwave at home and pack it in Tupperware for yourself, bud. But you can't proclaim there shouldn't be religion in the workplace and then go, for religious reasons, there's a microwave that you can't use. This happens when you're stupid. Others feel the pain. Guys, have an absolute phenomenally fantastic day. Look after yourselves. Thank you for joining me on my new camera. I hope we will have clearer and better, and I'll see if I can do something about the background and things like that, etc., etc. But it has been absolutely phenomenally awesome to have all you fantastic, wonderful people. I would like you to keep Alison in mind. She's going through a really hard time, and she's really not well. And I would just like you to keep her in your prayers and thoughts as well, please. She is having a very challenging time at the moment, and needs all your prayers and thoughts that she can get. So please do not forget about her. Our thoughts and our prayers over here are with her as well. Make sure you don't have to wear a sign. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't live in yesterday. But remember to actually not be stupid. Yeah, Chris Wyatt says stupid people should wear signs, but remember, when you're stupid, nobody knows it. It's just the people around you that feel the pain. Think of tomorrow. Remember yesterday, but live for today. Thank you all. Have a beautiful time, an awesome week, as excellent as what every single one of you awesome people are. Take care, be good, and if you can't be good, at least be kind.